fans are making a lot of noise at AT&T Stadium.
Anything that moves between these lines, got to get dealt with.
They hand it to Pollard. He comes running out the right side. Deep to the post to Lamb. At the 5 to the goal line.
Dallas Cowboys Game Night is presented by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys.
49-17, the final score from AT&T Stadium as the Dallas Cowboys take care of business in Week 10 of the NFL season, defeating the New York Giants and improving to 6-3 on the 2023 season. The Cowboys needed a big win, a big performance, and they got it on Sunday afternoon. Hello, everybody. Welcome in to Cowboys Game Night. He's Nate Newton. I'm Kyle Yeomans. We're live from inside the Cowboys, or just outside the Cowboys locker room, I should say, here at AT&T Stadium. Nate, it was an all three phases sort of win for the Cowboys again, rebounding from that loss last week in Philadelphia, and they did so in the right way.
Oh, I'm loving it because our offensive line played well. We needed for Steele to rebound. We needed for Tyler Biotis to rebound. Both these guys rebound. Our offensive line played well together along with the running backs. We had a productive day, 169 yards on 32 carries, 5.3 average. That is a fantastic day from an offensive lineman point of view.
Yeah, and you can talk about it, offensive line. He's one of the best to ever do it. So when he's talking offensive line, you know it's for a reason. And that offensive line blocked up plenty of highlights for this Dallas Cowboys team. Of course, in Week 10, it's a Veterans Day, so they were rocking the bicentennial helmets. As we take a look at how this one unfolded, the Cowboys on offense early had the ball inside the 5-yard line. Tony Pollard stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Those red zone woes were there again early on.
They was there early, but they worked through them, and that's a good drive, though, but they just stopped us there.
Yeah, stopped it there, but the Cowboys did get a stop on defense. Little toss back to CD. The end around goes up the far sideline. He's into the end zone. CD Lamb gets the Cowboys on the board at 7-0.
I tell you what, man, that was just nice right there. The play design from Mike McCarthy. Who would have thought it?
He was able to get it done. Into the first quarter, after a defensive stop, Dak Prescott throws this one. Cordell Flott, for his first ever career pick, has the interception, brings the Giants back within the 15-yard line. Tyler Smith not happy with it either. However, the defense would hold strong inside the 5. How about that from DeMarcus Lawrence? Forcing a stop, Dallas gets the ball back. They go 96 yards, their longest drive of the season, and they cap it off with a touchdown to Jake Ferguson.
Oh, man, I like this. You know how excited I'm about Jake Ferguson, man. His future is bright right there.
That was only the beginning for the offensive highlights. Next Dallas possession, Dak in the back of the end zone to Brandon Cooks, who had over 100 yards in the first half. And then one more time, Dak to the house himself. He takes it on the ground. Dallas up 28-0 at halftime. The Giants would start the ball in the third quarter. Tommy DeVito hits Lawrence Cager on the outside for the score. That was the Giants' only score of the ball game up until, of course, the latter parts of the fourth quarter. Dak Prescott finding Michael Gallup, getting a little bit of everybody involved. You love to see that from MG.
He dropped that dime right there. Look at that. Inside move, outside move, big play, contested. This is where Gallup is at his best.
41 yards, longest reception for Gallup this season. After a Deron Bland pick, his 5th of the year, Dallas finds CD Lamb again. Dak Prescott just dealing to all of his targets. He finishes with 4 touchdowns through the air, 1 more on the ground, over 400 yards passing. Again, the 10th time in his career he's had at least 400 yards. All other Cowboys quarterbacks all time only have 9. He's been fantastic here in the last couple weeks, and he continues to grow on those performances as he delivers a win, 49-17 over the New York Giants. When we come back, we're going to hear from the man of the hour, Brandon Cooks, who had 170 yards receiving. He was phenomenal. Let's hear from BC when we come back with more Cowboys Game Night right after this.
This segment is brought to you by the Texas Lottery. Make every day game day with Dallas Cowboys scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery. Play today for your chance to win big.
When asked earlier in the week, Brandon Cooks was asked about where are the big performances. He said, they're on the horizon. I'm looking ahead. I'm looking forward. Well, he had one tonight here in Week 10. 170 yards receiving. He had a touchdown to add to it as well. Here's what Brandon Cooks had to say following the win.
Something like that. I think just fortunate enough, to be able to come out here and get that win and have a productive day to help my team win.
Can you say what the difference might have been this time?
Nothing. I think just continue to trust the process, like I've always said, and the ball came my way. I just want to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that I have tonight.
And can you talk about the touchdown catch? Can you describe the play?
Oh, that's just a trust throw right there. Dak trusting in me and me going up there and making a play for him. That's all that is.
And over 100 yards receiving?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Brandon, you said this week when it comes to your explosive game, you said it's coming.
Yeah.
It's going to come.
Yeah.
When it comes today, can you talk about what this means for the Dallas offense?
I think at the end of the day, it just means really just continue, like I always tell the other guys, trust in the process. When your number called, to be able to take advantage of your opportunities, because when the ball come your way, it's going to come. And when it does, just go out there and make plays.
You talked about the competitor and you wanting to contribute.
Yeah.
It's been a long journey for you the last couple of years. What
Yeah.
does this kind of game feel like?
It's a blessing. Like the word talk about, don't grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time you'll reap a harvest if you don't give up. It's been a hard, tough couple of years, but my faith and my work ethic and my family, my wife and my kids just continue to push me to keep going. This one's sweet for sure.
You guys put a lot of work into this passing game from spring to this point. The first 6 weeks, only 6 passing touchdowns. Now Dak has 11 in the last 3 games. What does this stretch feel like?
I think it's been great. Obviously, it felt great. Like we said all along, we're going to continue to trust the man that we have in this building. Like I always say, it's going to come. And for that to be the case these last handful of weeks just goes to show that we're going to continue to trust our system, and guys going to make plays.
This is the 5th time you guys have been so
Yeah.
What does that say about the ceiling for this team, what you guys are able to do?
I think what it says first and foremost is just going out there handling games like this that you're supposed to handle. As far as the ceiling, we don't know what that is, because at the end of the day, we just want to continue to show up and turn some of those losses that we had into wins in those type of games.
His first 100-yard receiving game as a part of the Dallas Cowboys. And Nate, he didn't waste any time. He did it all in the first half and then added on some afterwards. Brandon Cooks can be a valuable member of this Cowboys offense. How does he continue to grow on this performance?
Just let CeeDee Lamb do his thing. Let him be that complimentary guy. He's our number 2. And now that we've got him going in the right direction, he caught it long, he caught it short, he caught it in the intermediate. You can see this guy running routes, and he's very, very explosive. We just let CD do his thing, and he'll be over there just waiting for his opportunities. This guy is very unselfish.
And don't worry, CeeDee Lamb got his fill as well. Dak Prescott was throwing it around to everybody at the same time, and CeeDee Lamb had 150 yards through the air as well. When we come back, though, we're going to hear from the man who made it happen behind that offensive line. It was Dak Prescott with 4 touchdowns through the air, 5 total. We hear from QB1 when we come back with more Cowboys Game Night.
This segment was brought to you by the Texas Lottery. Make every day game day with Dallas Cowboys scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery. Play today for your chance to win big.
What a day it was for Dak Prescott. 404 yards through the air. He had 4 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown as well. And he had 2 receivers go over 150 yards. Here's what QB1 had to say following the 49-17 win over New York.
No, I wouldn't say it was tough to focus. I mean, I've talked about it week after week. This is the NFL. Those guys get paid. Those guys hopefully love this game and put the same preparation and work into it. So you've got to, prepare the same way, stay focused the same way, and then go out there and try to handle business. And not only that, it was game 1, right? I mean, obviously they haven't had probably the season they'd look forward to, but that being game 1 until now, there's probably things that, they pictured maybe go better, this and that, yeah, we came in with the same focus as we normally would. Obviously, didn't score on that first drive, but got momentum going, yeah, we're ready to go. We're ready to play, and we'll continue to do that. As I've talked about, this is about us. This is about us running our own race, and no matter what the score is, the other opponent, what they're going through, what's tough for them, young quarterback, whatever. We're trying to build. We're trying to build and become a better team, and as I've said, show our best performance and best versions of ourselves each week.
Dak Tyler with ESPN, you've outscored them by 72 points this year. Is that unfathomable in some sort of way? It's the most most in team history.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's got to be a record, I'm sure. The points that we put up in 2 games, obviously, and then credit our defense, them holding them to, 17 in 2 games. I mean, hard to do in this league, hard to do against a division opponent, somebody that you see twice. So, yeah, I mean, but that's not something, it's not a goal we went after, not something that we're trying to, make sure we do this. Obviously, we wanted to handle them for the, second time this season, and just happened to be in that manner with that many points, and the defense playing as well as they did. Fortunate circumstances for them, young quarterback, but he made some plays at times, and yeah, so I mean, good for us.
Calvin.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Your thoughts on how you've been playing the last 4 or 5 weeks, especially since after that 49er game?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I go back and talk about, I think about before the 49ers game, going into that game, I felt confident. I felt good about everything that happened. The results just obviously were not there. But in this headspace, being prepared, chemistry of this team, chemistry of the coaching staff, credit them. And I feel like I talk about them every week, and hopefully deservingly, or hopefully I do, and deservingly so, because they're a great group that are giving us everything that we need, staying on us, always making changes when we need them. And they're fun to play for and to play with in that sense and work with. So credit them. But for me, it's just about being comfortable, being free, as if we talked about going back into the offseason, the footwork, all the different things that, we worked on. And I just feel like, obviously, at this point, so many games into the season, all that's coming to play, and it just feels more natural, you know what I mean, that we're this far in it, really listening to my feet, believing them, the pass protection, working hand in hand, being able to change up so many protections, guys being dialed, guys outside going and making plays. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb with the streak and the I don't even want to call it a streak because that's who he is. It's just what he's beginning to do week in and week out. It starts with him, but then those other guys understanding if we're going to get one-on-one opportunities, we're going to do the same thing. And obviously, Brandon had a night tonight. MG, a couple big catches. Yeah, so everything's just really coming together, and that's my point of this is about us. This is about us hitting our peak at the right time and just trying to grow. And we're going to do that. We're going to make sure that doesn't stop. We're not satisfied with this, I can promise you that. I'll have an interception and maybe two or more plays. One should have been an interception that I won't, get quite the peaceful sleep that I want, will be thinking about. But that's where I am. That's where this offense, that's where this team is striving to be our complete best.
The Cowboys offense had everything firing for them in this one. 49 points on the board, but they also put up 640 total yards, over 600 yards, 470 in the air. Cooper Rush got a little bit of time late. Rico Dowdle found the end zone, had multiple receivers find the end zone. But as Dak Prescott shows more and more confidence, you can start to see more and more confidence in the way that this offense works. What has he been doing right these last couple weeks?
Just being himself, playing free, going back to the Mississippi Dak, man, when he just did everything possible to help his team win. Not so much to run the ball, but just to move around with his legs and to help guys get open. And he's done a great job. When Dak has over 400 yards, that means everybody's eating. That means Brandon Cook is eating. That means it's CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, the whole gambit of players and tight ends included, my boy Jake Ferguson. Everybody's eating.
Yeah, everybody was, certainly so. The Cowboys get the win, 49-17. More post-game reaction when we come back right after this. Welcome back into Cowboys game night here from AT&T Stadium. Let's hear from head coach Mike McCarthy. It was a complete team win. Has to be happy as he takes to the podium.
Well, I mean, I just think, obviously with the game plan and just, some of the things they were going through, it was important for us to get out there and be aggressive and jump on them. And I think it, was part of the first drive, just being aggressive. But I thought our defense did a great job taking advantage of the backed up field position, gave us two excellent, opportunities to go back down there and score. And then, our offense versus their defense, schematically, they do a lot. It's a challenge, and we were really looking forward to it because you have to beat those types of defenses, particularly when they try to stress your protections. So, and I thought our guys did a good job of that. Pass protection was a huge emphasis for us this week, and I'm not sure. I don't think we gave up a sack. So, But defensively, they, just swarmed the ball, won the situationals, and, special teams was not a whole lot going on there, but decisive win.
I'm sorry. Dak and CD continue their hot streak, and they've been playing well, but what was the difference for Brandon Cooks today?
Say it again about Brandon.
What was the difference for Brandon Cooks today?
Oh, I just think his opportunities came together. So I think the protection part of it, we're getting to where we need to be. We still have work to do there, going off of last week, and then we definitely took a step this week. And I think just with that, we're able to get into the play types that we want to live in. So and I think you're seeing more of that here the last couple of weeks.
Dallas Morning News. CD's been on a tear the last couple of weeks, set a record today. Just your thoughts about the streak that he's been on?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really cool when you see, CD or player just really hit his stride, and what's great for the Dallas Cowboys. He's going to be doing that for a long time. So, and I think with Dak, you have a guy that you can grow with. And not only is it great for those two, but it's good for the whole group, because it raises the standard that everybody has to play to.
Mike McCarthy talking about his complete team win, offense, defense, special teams, all of which did their job to get back in the win column and improve to 6-3 on the 2023 season. When we come back, we talk about what's next for the Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers that are on the docket in Week 11. More Cowboys game night on the docket when we come back.
Dallas Cowboys Game Night was presented by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back here from AT&T Stadium, where the Dallas Cowboys take down the New York Giants 49-17, a 40-burger for the Cowboys in Week 10. They have now won 12 straight games at home, and they continue to rule the Metroplex and also ruling the season series, the all-time series with the New York Giants. Wrapping things up here on Cowboys Game Night, he's Nate Newton. I'm Kyle Yeomans. Glad you're with us. Taking a look ahead now to the upcoming schedule for the Cowboys. It's Carolina next week, then a short week going into Thanksgiving against Washington. What do you want to continue to see grow from this Cowboys team?
Just the run game. Let it prosper, And this run game is about Rico Dowdle. It's about Tony Pollard. It's about the interior of our offensive line and our right tackle still. We have to continue to grow from this. We had 169 yards today, 5.3 average. We have to average probably about 130 yards a game, around about 4.9 average. And if we can do that right there and can build, boy, Philadelphia, we're going to explode on you.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, all the way up until Philadelphia.
Yes.
You're looking way down the road.
Yes, we can do it.
The Cowboys can do it, no doubt about it. This is a winnable stretch of the season for this football team, and if they continue to play like they did tonight on that field just across the way, they'll continue to have some success. Now, offense and defense both did their jobs. Which unit impressed you the most tonight?
I think the offense and those sacks. I mean, our defense did what they had to do. They got 5 sacks, Guys showed up all over the place. Gallimore, Fowler, they had big games, But our offense to give up no sacks, that's mean the offensive line played well as your running backs.
How do you keep your mind right going into another matchup that on paper you're going to be very heavily favored even on the road?
Whenever you feel you got the big head, just think about Philadelphia, and even more think about the 49ers and how that hurts you, and that'll drive you forward.
Yeah, even the 3 losses. You could add the other loss in there as well, Arizona in there too. That was a team that you were expected to beat on the road. Didn't work out in favor. You're expected to beat teams like that on your home field as well, but now you go on the road to face Carolina in Week 11. We'll be here to break it down for you. Cowboys pregame live gets started at 11 a.m. Central Time on Sunday. The Cowboys taking on first overall pick Bryce Young in his rookie season. We'll talk about that matchup plenty throughout the week. That does it for us here from AT&T Stadium. Special thanks to our entire Dallas Cowboys crew. For Nate Newton, I'm Kyle Yeomans saying so long. The Cowboys win it over the Giants, 49-17.